Hi, I'm Sally from Much Loved, and today I'm going to talk you through how your families view the funeral notice and how they can turn it into a lasting tribute. So, you'll need to access your partner area, and I'm sure you already know this, but just in case, you can do that by going to muchloved.com, clicking on the login button, adding in your email address, adding in your password, and then click login, and you'll be taken to your partner area. So this is just a partner area that we've set up on our test site just for demonstration purposes. So once you're in here, you can see that you can create your funeral notice by clicking on the blue button. And also you can see a list of existing funeral notices that have already been created. And I'm just going to have a look at this tribute owner column just at the moment, where you can see that some pages have got email addresses attached to them and some of them haven't. So the pages that have got email addresses attached to them, the families have got access to the actual back-end funeral notice page, and so they'll have access to be able to develop that into a lasting tribute. And you can add in that information during the create process, or you can add it in now by just finding the relevant funeral notice and then clicking add owner, and that will take you through to a page like this. Pop in their email address, click next. We'll then send the family an email, and they'll be able to access their funeral notice page and develop it into a lasting tribute page. If you want to have a look at the sort of page the family are actually getting access to, then click on this square box with the arrow in it underneath the column view. And I'm going to have a look at Isabel's page. So here you can see the sort of page that we are handing over to the family, and you can see that it's got your logo in it, and that will have a click through to your website, and that also displays in the footer of the page too. We can see how much has been raised so far, and that will be an accumulation of any online and offline donations, a clear button to be able to make a donation, and then the charity or the charities that have been selected to support. You can see underneath that there's a recent activity. So that tells us, when information was last added onto the tribute. And then next to that, we can see the funeral information. So for Isabel's funeral, we can see where the service is taking place, the committal, and the reception. And once the funeral's taken place, what we can do is hide that funeral information so that the family can just continue to use the page as a tribute and add content to it. You can see here that there is an image of Isabel, but there's also some other images as well that are being shown in a slideshow. So you can have any number of images displaying in this way. And also you can have additional images visit in the gallery section. So I'm just going to click on the gallery section. And the first gallery we're going to see is the photo gallery. And of course, there's also the option for us to add in additional pictures. And friends and family can contribute to the page as well, which is great. So they can add in pictures, candles, and we'll have a look at that in the contribute section. So there's all sorts of different media that can be uploaded to the page. So you've got pictures, there's also candles, and these can be left by friends and family members. And there's a whole range of different candles. So this one burns for a year, this one burns for 2 weeks, and this one burns down for a month. And once the candle's burnt down, the message that's been left with it will still display. So if we click on that, we can see the message that was left, and there's also the opportunity to replenish that candle. Thoughts can be included as well as our latest development, which are virtual gifts. And you can see here, they're kind of similar to the candles in that it leaves an image, and there's a whole selection of different images that can be left, from flowers to birthday messages. There's a whole selection, and you can also include a message alongside that as well if you want to. So underneath the gallery section, we've got the stories section, and this just gives people an opportunity to upload, more information about the person's life, maybe record a particular adventure that they've been on together, You know, when you get people together at a memorial event, you know, people share stories, and this is the perfect opportunity to record those stories. And in fact, actually, whilst we're not able to go to funerals, to be able to circulate a page like this amongst your friends and family and to collate all those stories, you know, perhaps then they could be used again at a memorial event further down the line. So if I just click on the sailing companion and a friend, you'll see here that there's a small sort of short passage about the sailing times that Isabel and her friend had together, and a couple of pictures that go alongside that story too. Then you've got your contribute section, and here you can see how people can interact with the page. Now, once the family have taken ownership of the page, it's entirely up to them how they would like people to interact. So they can choose whether they would like people to add in videos, music, and pictures. They can also set their privacy settings, control settings, so they can choose whether the content goes directly on the page or whether they would like to check it first before it goes live. And then the last thing that I wanted to show you was the donation section. So here, there is the opportunity for families to continue with ongoing fundraising for the chosen charity, maybe by adding in a memorial event, or you can see here that the family have chosen to take part in the London Marathon. And obviously that will be happening next year rather than this year now, but you can see there's the opportunity to add in updates as well, so they can keep people informed of how their training is going. And if anybody wants to add in a new event or occasion, then that's really simple and straightforward. Just click add new event or occasion, and you can see you can either link to an existing Just Giving page or create a new page, which would view as the marathon page has done. So please do take a bit of time to have a look around the pages that you're creating for your families. Do talk to them about taking ownership of them. You know, they're a really valuable service that you can offer, and we often see pages that are still contributed to a couple of years after they've been set up. Any questions, please do get in touch with us. You can either email our support team, so support@muchlove.com, or give us a call on 01494 722 818. Please do bear in mind we are all working from home. The office number is manned, but if nobody is able to answer it, please do leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks very much.